Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am the OP Jellicent, and I have week number 4 of season number 2 of the IBA going up against Glascorium and his Manchester United. He is, I believe, 1-2 coming to this match, and we are 2-1. We are coming off a win, which is really great. We could have been 3-0, but it is what it is. But be sure to go ahead and check him out down below in the description if you guys want to show him some love. But before we get into the matchup, I just wanted to address a few things that have been asked. WPL match, you guys may have noticed that there was no match yesterday. That was because we ended up finishing the season with an undefeated record, so yesterday was the round 1 of the playoffs, so we did not have to play for that. We're going to be playing for round number 2 this Sunday, and if we win that, then we move on to the finals from there, so hopefully that'll go well. I did address that in last week's video, but I still got some questions about it, so that's what's happening with the WPL right now. You guys also may have noticed videos may have been a little bit scarce for the last 4 days, I think. That's mainly because I've been really busy. I had school registration, and I also had, I'm taking driver's ed for my license, so that's pretty cool stuff, but we're going to be consistent now that all of that is out of the way, so we're going to have lives throughout this week. Draft League content will be continuing with the WPL playoffs and the IBA season, so I hope you guys are looking forward to all of that, and let's go ahead and get into the matchup right here. We have Scarfster can really destroy his team if he gives us the opportunity to weaken the Skarmory. It's a really great check to the Mega Lopunny and the Tentacruel. It actually OHKOs Spit F Tentacruel with the Scarf Reckless Brave Bird. We have Mega Diancie here, just an offensive one with 4 attacks. Earth Power Psychic for the Tentacruel. Earth Power is really great for this, and then Moonblast Power Gem. Power Gem will hit the Skarmory for 70%, and if we can catch it on a roost, Earth Power will do 90, so that can be fun. We have Combined Reuniclus here. It's a defensive Combine, really our only response to the Mega Lopunny. I could have got Cofagrigus, but I figured that was not helpful against stuff like the Gourgeist and the Delphox, so Combined Reuniclus is our main switch into that. Still takes 40% from return, because Mega Lopunny is absolutely busted, but it'd be able to dealt with. And then we have I believe this was Life Orb Heliolisk with Thunderbolt, Darkinium Z just to help out with the Delphox and the Gourgeist. It actually will OHKO Gourgeist after a Thunderbolt or a Surf, and it'll obviously OHKO the Delphox no matter what. So let's go ahead and get into the matchup right here. He ends up leading off with his Magneton as a lead off with Staraptor, so he could be Scarf Magneton and be baited to stay in, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm Scarf Staraptor, so I'm going to be able to U-turn out into my Kyurem Black right here, as he's just going to throw off a Volt Switch, so definitely a screaming choice Scarf Magneton at this point, because he decided to stay in against my Staraptor. So he's going to go into his Mega Lopunny here and threaten me out, but I can easily bring in my defensive Reuniclus, which is able to chew that hit, get it back to 80%, and we are good to go from here. He's going to bring out his Gourgeist, which is great, but unfortunately we end up going for the Focus Blast, mainly because that was my main way to deal with the Skarmory potential coming in. It could have tried to Whirlwind me out if I started combining up, but he ended up going Gourgeist, which is totally fine because we can hard switch out into our Raptor on the Ghost type move. Even if you throw off a Leech Seed, it wouldn't have been the biggest of deals, and we can go right for the U-turn again here on the Magneton. Not allow that thing to come back in. Now right here, I could have gone Kyurem and threatened about the Earth Power, but there was really no great switch in. If it was Scarf, Mega Diancie would just die to a Flash Cannon. I don't want my Heliolisk taking random damage and be in range of the Lopunny's Fake Out, and I need as much health on Gator to also be able to handle the Lopunny and the Delphox, so decided to bring out Reuniclus here, knowing that I can kind of deal with him, as he's just going to Volt Switch out again. Once again, Screaming Choice Scarf, and I'm going to get the damage off on Delphox here that I need for my Heliolisk, which is great. I won't have to fire off my Darkinium Z on that. I can use it for the Gourgeist instead. Unfortunate burn there with the Flamethrower, but it's totally alright. We can just go right here for the Power Gem. And judging from this damage right here, he is definitely a Fizdef Skarmory right here, pretty much just to help out with my Staraptor and Feraligatr, I was assuming. But Power Gem's going to do a huge amount to that thing, and we can just follow it up with another one, I believe. Yeah, we just followed up with another one on that switch, and here I can't really risk Diancie because it still is a really great check to the Skarmory. It does a lot to the Gourgeist as well, and it can throw off a Psychic onto the Tentacruel, so I decided to preserve as he's going to go right here for the Flash Cannon, which is great. My Heliolisk can eat that. Unfortunate Spit F drop, but it's not going to end up coming into play. He does frisk my Darkinium Z right there, so first of all, even if I Darkinium Z this next turn, that crit did not matter. We would have done 90, but he did see my Darkin EMZ, so I was really tempted to go for the Thunderbolt right here, predicting like something to come out, maybe the Tentacruel, because that could chew a Darkin EMZ hit, and then this would no longer be a great check to the Heliolisk, but I figured it's really not worth the risk. No matter what he brings out, I can just follow it up with another attack, and we do have a switch into the Lopunny and our Reuniclus anyway, so decide to fire off the Darkin EMZ right here, as fortunately he does end up staying in, and we're going to be able to blow that thing back entirely, so Gourgeist is going to go right down, which is great for us, as he's going to bring out his Lopunny right here, which obviously threatens us out, goes through the return, which we'll be able to 2-hit KO my Reuniclus, but Reuniclus is really just here for fodder for this thing now. I could have sacked something else and brought it in safely, but it really wasn't worth. Now right here, Skarmory is a great switch and I can't allow it to roost up, so I decide to fire off the close combat over anything. He could pivot out here if he really expects me to not be Scarf, but he's just going to sack off the Skarmory, seeing that it doesn't really roost up on anything at this point. And here he's going to bring out his Tentacruel, which is totally fine. I end up going out into my Kyurem right here, as he throws off his Scald, and as you guys are going to see, he unfortunately ends up getting a burn, but these following turns, you're going to see that it actually does not end up mattering. I decide to sub up right here, just in case he wanted to throw off like a Toxic or put up a Toxic Spike with that Tentacruel right there. I could throw off 2 Fusion Bolts, but he ends up going Magneton, which the way you guys are going to see, this burn does not end up mattering because Dragon Claw still KOs him, despite us being burned and resisted at 15%. And the Lopunny is just going to come back in and revenge kill me anyway, so the exact same thing would have happened had I not just gotten burned, because I would have subbed up. He would have sacked Magneton, and then Lopunny would just come back out and kill me. So at this point, Scarf Staraptor is looking really good to go. Like I mentioned earlier, this Brave Bird is going to blow that Tentacruel back completely, as he's going to bring out his Lopunny right here. I really can't risk him faking out, so I decided to go out into my Heliolisk and just sack it off. And he's just going to go for the return right here. Now right here, I'm forced to bring out Staraptor because everything else just kind of dies. High Jump Kick will kill this. Fake out into High Jump Kick, and you can sack Delphox and sweep my team, but what happens here is it's kind of a 50-50. I don't know whether my Staraptor will die to Recoil from the Delphox at 73%, so I decided to make a call right here and predict to switch out into the Delphox, as unfortunately I end up getting the call wrong, and that could maybe cost us the match a little bit. He's going to go for the return and be able to 2-hit KO my Deontay right here, which sucks because it was a main response to the Delphox, but pretty much what this match is about to come down to is whether or not I can survive the recoil from the Delphox right here. So he's going to pull that switch out, and I'm going to go right here for the Brave Bird. Just going to blow that thing back, and fortunately we do live on 7%, so that's going to be great for us. I pull a switch out here into my Feraligatr, just because obviously letting him fake me out and then going for the high jump kick on my Gator would be dumb, so he's going to go for the fake out right here, as he's actually going to miss the high jump kick, which is just going to save a differential in the end. Obviously, had he connected, he would have knocked me out, and then Staraptor comes back in close combat through the kill, so it would have been a 1-0, but unfortunately for him, we're going to take a 2-0 victory for here, which is great for us, because we're now, as you guys are going to see, this waterfall is going to knock him out, 3-1 at +6 differential, which is great. I believe we're in the number 6 seed right now, but we're tied with the number 5 and number 4. They're also 3-1 at +6, so I hope you guys enjoyed that match. Definitely an intense one. Really great game to Gliscorium right there, and be sure to check him out once again down below in the description. His side of the battle should be up at around the same time that this side will be. Once again, if you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to follow the Agrons through the WPL playoffs this weekend, as well as the rest of the IBA season, which will, I believe, run through the end of the Sun and Moon meta, and it'll end right at the beginning of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which will be super fun, assuming we make playoffs, which I definitely plan on doing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.